We are from Group 12, present the title of Rice Production Prediction in India.
We all know that as a main source of nourishment for over half of the world's population, rice is by far one of the most important commercial food crops. The harvested rice kernel, known as paddy or rough rice, is enclosed by the hull or husk. The various steps in rice cultivation include seed selection, seedbed, land preparation, transplanting, weeding, fertilizing, pest management, harvesting, threshing, drying, and also the last one is marketing. Paddy requires more water than any other crop. Paddy also needs flooded condition with the depth of water varying over 25 mm at the time of transplanting to as much as 150 mm for at least 10 weeks of the growing period. The importance of rice production to the worldwide human population is crucial. Scientists and farmers also face the daunting task of increasing yield while minimizing the rice farming's negative environmental effects. That's all from me. Thank you.
In this research, we acquired a total of 3 different data sets which are related to the rice production in India from Kaggle. We extracted the data that we need as a new data frame as shown in the slide. The new data frame consists of 5 columns which are year, rice area, rice production, annual rainfall, and the maximum temperature of each year in India. However, in this study, we only focus on data from year 1985 to 2015.
All these 3 box plots for the annual rainfall, maximum temperature, and rice planted area was a left scale distribution due to the mean is smaller than the median. By using the line train graph, we noticed that the highest planted area was 43,757 hectares, whereas the lowest planted area was 37,277 hectares, while the highest annual rainfall was 1,614 millimeters, whereas the lowest annual rainfall was 1,149 millimeters. And lastly, the highest maximum temperature was 35.08 degrees Celsius, whereas the lowest maximum temperature is 32.74 degrees Celsius. By using the Cook distance method, there are outliers detected in the overall dataset. This added variable plot shows the relationship between the rice production with the predictor variables. We can read it as the higher the rice planted area and maximum temperature, the higher the rice production. However, the higher the annual rainfall, the lower the rice production.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Alena Bila. Today I'm going to present about model selection. Okay, as you can see here, we use the library mass. We're using the stepwise selection to obtain the summary of the best model. Okay, you guys can look at the output here. Same for the summary. Next, this is the important part for the model selection. Okay, as you can see at the slide, as there is star mark behind the rice planted area, therefore we only include the rice production area in our model, which is as below. Y equals to negative 2.276 E plus 0.5 plus 7.500 rice planted area. Okay, this means for every 1 hectare of increasing in rice planted area, there is a correlation 7.5 tons increase in rice production.
The regression equation yield does not violate the assumption of the linear regression, as well as the residual plot does not show any special pattern, and the residual do not deviate from the straight line. Besides, the p-value for the Roche-Pagan test and Shapiro-Wilk test are both higher than the alpha, which leads to being no violation of homoscedasticity and normality assumption.
Okay. Now for the conclusion. Okay. Overall, we had used several methods to investigate this study from year 1985 to 2050. Firstly, we had extracted the data subdivision, year, temperature, and annual rainfall into a file which is data set.csv. Outliers were detected by using Cook distance, line train graph, and blocks plot for each variable had plotted based on dataset.csv. Extracted dataset based on year 1985 to 2050. Method like added variable plot, best model selection, stepwise selection, and assumption checking, like homoscedasticity and normality had applied into this study too. To conclude it, we can see that the rice planted area will affect rice production based on the data we prepare and predicted. Therefore, to prevent this factor from impacting rice production, they must increase the accuracy of the linear equation established, which should contain as many climate variables as possible. That's all. Thank you.
The limitation of this study is that only limited variables are taken into considerations. The multiple linear regression model generated might not be able to represent the general formula of rice production in India.